a lot of stuff that has already kind of been doing bits around the Doctor Who community, notably the spin-off, which is a big thing. There's been a spin-off which has been in the works for a long time in the world of Doctor Who called The War Between Land and Sea, and that was announced officially for the first time. It's been on people's CVs for about a year, but it is finally announced with a lead cast and a story concept. Basically, pretty much exactly what was reported as a rumour a long time ago. So I've talked about it and I've clued myself up on the idea and I know where I sit on it. A lot of people are boring. Go on.
Can I watch the actual concept because I have not a clue?
So the concept is, it's a modern day unit story. I think it's 5 episodes. From what I've heard, it's like 5 or 6 hour-long episodes. It's written by Russell T Davies and Pete McTeague, who Pete McTeague wrote Kablam and Praxeus and does all the DVD stuff. He's a big Doctor Who fan. Great writer. I don't think I had the best episodes in Jodie's era, but he's a great writer. And Russell, of course, coming back. Can't remember who's directing it, but I think it's one of the ones from the most recent series. Very good. The story is basically... The story is essentially a Sea Devil story. Now, Sea Devils obviously appeared in the Legend of the Sea Devils in Jodie's end of Jodie's era, and it was not a very good episode. But what I think they're kind of doing is kind of revamping it and doing it better, where it's basically the Sea Devils wake up after a long hibernation, they see what the world's done to the oceans, and they decide to go to war with humans. Very similar to that, the concept when you saw like Cold Blood, Hungry Earth with the Silurians. The Silurians are very close cousins to the Sea Devils. They live underground. They're like prehistoric creatures who are native to Earth but live underground before humans came along. And the Sea Devils are the equivalent, but amphibious creatures, which is never explained in the Jodie episode. So that's just kind of fun, isn't it? But that's how it started. They're cousins. They usually share stories in classic Who, Silurians and Sea Devils. So it has Sea Devils, it has Silurians, and it's a unit story, basically about the preventing war.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Now, it's not really clear as to what beyond that it's going to be. It does star Russell Tovey and Gugu. I can't pronounce his name, I feel really bad, but I butcher everyone's fucking names in this podcast. Gugu Batha Raw, who played... They've both been in Doctor Who before. Russell Tovey was the young lad... He was actually called Alonzo in David Tennant's era, because there was a joke about him being called Alonzo, so David Tennant could then say Alonzo. He was in the Voyage of the Damned episode.
Okay.
And the other actress played Tish, which was Martha Jones' sister.
Oh, yeah.
So, and she was also in Loki season 1.
Oh, she?
Maybe season 2, because I haven't seen it. But she was the sort of soft head of the TVA. Do you know who I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not Ravonna Renslayer.
I don't know what is that?
Character.
Yes.
Oh, just Ravonna Renslayer.
So they're both the leads of the show. Kate Lethbridge Stewart is going to be in it as well. Is the unit soldier guard guy. So that's...
Oh, the one from the news episodes.
Yeah, the recent episodes.
Yeah.
They're going to be in it. It's unclear as to who they're playing, but it's been confirmed that these two lead characters aren't playing their previous characters from the Whoniverse. So they're brand new characters. It's assumed that they might be playing Sea Devils, potentially, or unit operatives. I would kind of prefer unit operatives, but we'll see. People are being really fucking boring about this, honestly. And look, I get it. Doctor Who is a very contentious fandom at the best of times. People argue about the minor things. People get very, very angry about this, and it's like, they should be playing different characters. And I'm like, brother in Christ, we had Peter Capaldi in a David Tennant episode.
I was going to say.
Who then played the Doctor. Karen Gillan was also in that David Tennant episode, who then became the companion a series later. Colin Baker was in the show before he appeared. All of the rest of the Martha Jones family have appeared in Doctor Who before. Martha Jones's mum was a cat lady in New Earth. Martha Jones appeared in Doomsday. Oh no, sorry, one before that. Army of Ghosts. And they reference it and say it was like a cousin died in Canary Wharf. It's a precedent in Doctor Who for people playing the same characters or different characters in the same show. The fact of the matter is, these are two very good actors. Very good actors. Who I'm very excited about leading this show. I'm very excited about that. I think it's great to have a Doctor Who spin-off for the first time in about 8 years.
It's crazy.
If they're going to do something with the Sea Devils and Silurians, that's very cool. It's very different. It's taking a classic Who monster and making a show of it, as opposed to a new Who character. like Sarah Jane, for example, or Captain Jack and doing Torchwood, or Class and just taking no one or anything of interest. The War Between Land and Sea is taking fan favourites, well, some fan favourites, like Sea Devils, Silurians, two quite known Doctor Who monsters, and making a show of it. And I don't know if it's going to be a spin-off that has multiple series, but at the minute, 5-part, hour-long episodes.
It sounds cool.
Yeah.
I think it's. I'll watch it, obviously. I'll be interested to see, because I've not really I didn't watch Torchwood. I've watched Sarah Jane. Not all of it, but it's like the first proper spin-off I've watched.
Yeah. Did you watch Class? I presume not.
No.
You didn't miss much.
Sarah Jane's the only one. Which I went through a rabbit hole recently.
Yeah, I love Sarah Jane.
Loads of it.
Sarah Jane's great. For me,
Sarah Jane's really
I think
nice.
I'm interested because it's like, well, why would you... A lot of people go, why the fuck would you do a Sea Devil spin-off? But actually, I like it. Because it's different, for one. And it's also...
Yeah.
If you're going to do a spin-off of something, it's got to be interesting. And if they're going for the Sea Devils, of all things, you've got to think, well, why? They must have a good idea. They wouldn't just be making it for the sake of it. The key thing that also was revealed is the first couple minutes of the Christmas special was also shown and is now online, which is great. It's a great little scene. Basically cuts between Christmas 1940 during the World War, the Orient Express, Mount Everest, and London 2024, where the Doctor keeps popping in and offering people a ham and cheese toastie and a pumpkin latte, to which no one takes him up on the offer. The final scene shows the Nicola Coughlan, who's been in all sorts. She's playing a character called Joy. She's not. I don't think she's the new companion. She's not. But she's in this special, and I think she's going to be the sort of companion character. Maybe a bit like Donna Noble in Runaway Bride. The final scene is her going into a hotel room, checking herself in on Christmas Eve, I think. To have a little room by herself, and she goes in, she settles down, and a Silurian bursts through the door. Followed by the Doctor, who then offers them a ham and cheese toastie and a pumpkin latte before smiling and then cutting to be continued.
I was going to say, I saw a photo of her holding like a hairdryer, like a gun, like from one of the stills. Yeah. Doing more Silurian stuff then.
So that's the first time a Silurian has been in Doctor Who in 10 years.
Oh my god!
The last Silurian was in Peter Capaldi's first episode, Deep Breath, which starred obviously Madame Vastra. But the Silurians haven't had a proper Silurian story since Series 5.
Since
2010.
Jesus.
So that's a long time. It's a long time coming. It's obviously Moffat led. I presume the Silurian's not going to be the big part of it, but it's interesting, to say the least. I'm a big fan of it. I saw the scene. I thought this is kind of fun. I'm hoping to get a bit more of that. I'm glad we got a little clip of it. The new companion is called Belinda Chandra as well, who joins the season 2. That was announced. What was not announced was the green light of a season 3, which is starting to become concerning for Who fans. Obviously, Doctor Who could survive on its own with the BBC, whatever. But this thing with Disney is so massive that you kind of worry not getting that news. The first season has come out in its entirety. The specials have been out. The finale came out. Nothing. They go to San Diego Comic-Con, Hall H. Nothing.
I wonder if they're going to do something at Expo.
I doubt
they'll have it spotted Expo.
I doubt it'll be a big thing because it's not a Disney-led thing, is it?
Yeah, it's true.
But I would hope that maybe after the Christmas special end of this year, ahead of season 2 coming out, that we will get some confirmation of a third season, because at the minute, the way the shooting schedule goes, they're about to start filming The War Between Land and the Sea. I believe they haven't started filming it yet. But it's about to go into production, so that's exciting. That'll probably be shooting for the rest of this year. It's only 5 episodes, so it shouldn't be too bad. And once that's done, you'd expect them to start doing season 3. However, it's completely up in the air. And the way Russell pitched it was as a 2-series arc for this show and this era, and then it will continue and they'll do another 2-series arcs. They'll get them commissioned in 2-season blocks. So if we do get more commissioned, it will be a season 3 and a season 4. If not, it'll just come back to the BBC. But I have no doubt it'll continue. It's just more up in the air because we don't know what Disney does really, and you know how difficult streaming platforms can be to break through one. So but nothing really more than that. They kind of just talked about the series, kind of reminisced about it. We got a little bit of exclusive footage there, which was fun. For the most part, the biggest sort of news to come out of it, was the clip from the upcoming Christmas special, and of course the confirmation finally of the spin-off.
Yeah. Cool, they're doing a spin-off. I'm quite excited for
the
the
spin-off. Is probably the thing I'm most excited about because it's something different. It's something new. I know what Doctor Who season 2 is going to be. I can picture it now. I know what the Christmas special is going to be. A spin-off. I cannot for the life of me picture what this is going to look like. And cool. I'm excited to see some of the inevitable filming photos as soon as they go on location and start shooting with Sea Devils.
If they're getting the most out of that unit set, I'll tell you that much.
Oh god, yeah. But people wanted a unit spin-off, and I feel like this is probably the closest we're going to get to it. I hope it's a limited series, honestly. I really, really hope it's a limited series, not like a Series 1, Series 2, Series 3 thing. I think that'd be really cool because a lot of shows try this format now, and it's great to have that as like this is part of the universe, and it's important for maybe Season 2, but yeah, I have a feeling this is going to come out after Season 2 as well.
I think so. If it's only filming now.
Yeah. I would have thought that this would come out end of 2025, maybe even 2026. I don't know.
When's Season 2 penciled for? Next year?
Early next year. Yeah, like March.
Okay, so like, yeah, definitely then.
Yeah.
Probably. There's no way they'll put it January to March. There's no way.
But yeah, that's all I know from the Doctor Who side of things.
Yeah.